Hey, what's going on, folks? This is Texas Sold here. I want to share with you the main things that I sell on eBay, which is electronics. I want to start here with this first item. It's a scent cartridge. It goes into a unit. Of course, there's this fuse. There's various scents. These come in. I find these in the thrift stores all the time. Um, every time I find them, they're priced under $3. They're priced like at $2.92. I think I found one here just today that was priced at $1.81, and I was able to pick it up too and got it posted up there. I think for like $35, free shipping. I always do free shipping on these. They ship priority mail easily and stuff like that. And so I paid $3 for this particular one right here. I say $3, I just rounded up, but it was like $2.81. Next item I got here is this remote control to a ceiling fan. You can see the brand right there is Hunter. And I love when I find these brand new in the package because they're a quick flip. They sell right away. I price all my items to sell quickly. I'm addicted to the quick flip. I try to get rid of and move things as fastly as possible. And so for this item right here, I paid $5 for from a thrift store. Next item I have here, this came from my stepson. He's a tech guy. He installs phone systems for various companies. He contracts with them and stuff like that. And this was sitting in his garage. He wasn't doing nothing with it. He probably pulled it from an old job he did. And I was able to sell it for $60, untested. And a lot of my electronics you're going to see, I just can't test them for various reasons. I can plug them up, show that they power up, and everything like that. But I'll go over some of them as I get to them. This right here is a power adapter. It went to a piece of medical equipment. Actually, the equipment sells real good. And I sold two of them. And I had two of them that I had to dispose of and just sell the power adapters to them in the bags they came in, because eBay took them down because they require prescription and stuff like that. So to have them. And they sell real good, $200-$300 and stuff like that. But I was able to recoup my money back because I only paid I think $15 each for the ones I had. And I had four of them. I sold two of them, one for over $200, another one for over $100 and stuff like that. But the power adapter I was able to sell, and the bag I was able to sell as well. Next, I have this item right here. I paid 70 cents for this item. I went to a thrift store. It was a small one, pretty cluttered, but it's one you can dig in and find stuff. So I found a pile of stuff. I found some pocket knives, some fishing equipment, and so forth. And when I added everything up, I paid, the guy only charged me like $22 for everything. And so when I average it all over everything, this right here came out to around 70 cents that I paid for it. So that was a real good flip. Untested. At the bottom, you see the white buttons going across. There's a couple of button covers missing, and I mentioned that. You always want to make sure you describe any imperfections with the equipment when it comes to electronics as much as possible, and so forth. And plus, show the picture as well. Water filters, electronic related, goes to the refrigerator and stuff like that. So for these water filters, I paid $5 for them, and $29.99 free shipping. Not a big profit on it and everything, but definitely a profit and so forth. I have sold all kind of water filters. They usually do great. I like them when they sealed, usually wrapped in plastic and sealed, factory sealed and so forth. It makes them easy to sell that way. It's another piece of equipment I sold untested, a modem. For this right here, I paid $7 for it. And so I sold it untested. The person who brought it was a reseller themselves and everything, so it might work. I just didn't want to mess with it. I didn't want to test it. I just showed that it powered up, and I was able to get a profit off it as well. This tape recorder right here, Radio Shack old tape recorder, I paid $3 for. You'd be surprised at some of the vintage electronics that sell and that do pretty good. As I'll show you as we go along here. This wasn't that heavy to ship, so I paid $3 for it. Not a big profit, but again, a profit is a profit, right? Okay, and I was able to test it, show that the tape played with no problem. The battery compartment, if an item runs by a battery, you want to make sure that the battery compartment is not corroded. On some items, if it's the real vintage ones, The battery terminals, if they're corroded, they usually are trash. They're no good. But on some of the other some of the battery compartments, even if they're corroded, you can clean the corrosion out of there, and the battery terminals are still good. And so you just test it and so forth. I keep batteries on hand, all various sizes to test battery operated equipment, but I do not include it with the item and so forth. This I sold several of these in the past, sprinkler system controllers and everything. For this right here, I paid $3 for it. It actually was $7 I paid for it, and I was able to sell it for $29.99, $8 shipping. I just plugged it up, showed that the numbers showed up and everything like that. There's no way to test it, of course, without being hooked up to a system, but they always sell with no problem, as long as they power on. This item goes to electric stove. I sell a lot of pots of items, and stuff like that. This came out for a vintage electric stove, GM, as you can see, and I sold a bunch of other pots out there too and stuff like that. So that was great. I can't remember what I paid. I think I just pulled the pots off an old stove. I don't think the stove was any good. And so a lot of times you can do that as well. This is the light bulb. I think I paid like $2 for these. It was two of them. This is the second one that I sold. $19.99, $8 shipping. And so that's a good flip right there. You guys make sure you pack it well and make sure it doesn't get damaged in shipping. Don't stick it just like in the bubble pack. I think I put bubble pack, put in the box that's in there, and then I wrap that in a bunch of bubble wrap, and then put it inside another box and so forth. So make sure you get this safely. This went to a complete speaker system that I brought. I paid $10 for the whole speaker system. It had a subwoofer, had all the speakers with it. I still got it. I got hooked up to my TV, in fact, and so forth. Great sound. It was two of the speakers, the left rear and the right rear. I had a couple other speakers I used in their place, and so I just sold these $17.99 free shipping. And I wasn't trying to make a lot off it, nothing like that. Just get rid of them. Boxes, empty boxes. Sometimes you can sell empty boxes to items. The item that came in this box, I sold it for $15 as well, but it didn't work. So I sold for parts and repair. And I turned around and put the box up as well and sold for $14.99 free shipping. So and I believe I paid like $3 for the item. This right here, Dazzle transfer video onto DVD. I think I paid $5 for it, and they would turn around and sell it for $19.99 free shipping. It was easy. I think it went first class, and so the shipping wasn't high at all on that. This is interesting. This is a replacement filter for ear purifying machine. I have sold several of these machines in the past. They're always cheap when I find them in the thrift store. I paid $10 for the machine. I pulled the filter out of it. I sold the machine. I sold the machine for $60 plus $35 shipping. And then you can see here, I sold the filter for $30 with $20 shipping. Filter was used. I just kind of brushed the outside of it off and everything. They're very expensive new. That's why people will buy them used and stuff like that. So that was a good deal as well. $10 and $30 for this, and the $60 for the unit and everything. That was great. I got this from an estate sale. There wasn't much in that estate sale. The house was pretty raunchy, in fact, and everything. But I retrieved this item out of it. I paid $5 for it. It's half price day. I cleaned it real good, sanitized it, plugged it up. It powered on and everything. So sold for $39.99 free shipping. This I found brand new in the box. This is the first DVD resale combo. I never found a resale or nothing brand new in the box. I have sold them in the past, lots of them in the past for a great amount of money. $250, $100 and something. This one is brand new in the box. I did a quick flip on it. I paid $13 for it and sold it for $199 free shipping. It sold right away as soon as I put it up. Again, another item I got for parts and repair. I paid $5 for it and sold it to, I think, another reseller. It might have worked or whatever, I don't know. So I sold it as parts and repair for $40. This is an interesting item. First time I ran across this. You download the app and everything. You can control the temperature that you want to heat your water up to or your beverage up to. And I tested it fully out and everything. Showed the pictures of the app and everything working. I paid $5 for it, so for $49.99 free shipping. This clock right here. Every now and then I run across a clock. This right here I paid. Let me see. I think I paid $13 for this clock. It was selling for $69.95 and $30 shipping, and it worked. The chime on it didn't work, and I mentioned that as well in the description. So test electronics as much as you can, and of course I had to pack this very well to make sure it didn't get damaged in shipping. Massages, foot massages, back massages. There's a lot of them out there you find in thrift stores. Not all of them do good. This particular one is the first kind I ran across like this. It's taking a model, Brookstone, but it did awesome. And $79.99, and then I charged shipping as well. And I'm going to say that I paid $6 for this. This is a bed vibrator, massager, whatever you want to call it. $39.99, what I sold it for, and I paid $6 for it. This is right here is therapy and heat and stuff like that. And the pad had a hole in it, but I was able to test it, make sure the water recirculate back into the tank and everything, that it heated up and everything. So I was able to sell for $99.99. A lot of equipment there with therapy. Man, there's a lot of it out there. Not all of it does something, but a lot of it does real good and so forth. So you want to just look it up when you're in the store. Do your due diligence. I look up everything if I don't know nothing about it. And because a lot of times I find items, which I'm going to show you in a minute, that do super awesome. I sold several of these clocks before, Now and Zen. They used to always work. I had never had no problems with none of them. And I paid $4 for this clock. And sold for $49.99 plus then I got shipping on it as well. Oh man, these are for training dogs. This is a transmitter itself. I have sold several different brands of dog collars and transmissions. Not all of them are great, but this particular brand is awesome. And so I sold the collar separately. I paid all together. I paid I'll say $12. And I sold, so basically at my $5.60 or so for this, or $6 for this one. And because I separated it and sold this for $89.99 free shipping. And the dog collar I'll show you in a minute. This is brand new in the box. I love it when I can find stuff that's brand new in the box. I paid $6 for this, and it was sold for $100. And I sold it at a discount. And stuff like that, but it was a great flip for me and sold right away, no problem. Power adapters, I don't always mess with power adapters, but every now and then I'll look at them and look them up and everything. This one right here, I paid $3 for it and sold for $27.99 free shipping, and that was a quick flip. Calculators, Texas Instruments, I found a lot of TI-83 Plus calculators. This one right here I paid $4 for, and sold for $19.99. The thing is that the guy, you'll get this. You'll get people, sometimes they'll try to scam you and so forth on electronics. So you got to be careful. Take good pictures. Mention, don't oversell the product. You know, don't make it sound so good when it has flaws to it. And so mention the imperfection it has. Show the pictures if you have to. And stuff like this one here had whoever student it was or whatever engraved the name on the sides of it and everything. And he brought it right away and stuff like that. And then he wants to return it, which I have no problem accepting it. He said it didn't power on. That's just to keep him from paying the return shipping. But I'll turn around and resell it and stuff like that with no problem. So sometimes you're gonna get returns. I have people who try to. I had a Sony reel-to-reel. I paid $50 for my state seal and I think I sold it for like $150 to a guy in New York. And he tried to tell me that it had issues, it wouldn't power on or something. He tried to tell me. He said he had to take it to the shop, and he only wants $30 back to cover the cost the shop's going to charge him to look at it. I knew he was full of it. I told him to send it back. I said, send the unit back. I said, I really like the unit. I really want to keep it for myself. Sometimes you gotta pull their coat, and pull their bluff, and sometimes they'll cave into it and everything and so forth. The only problem with that is with international, because I don't sell international no more. I sold through the global shipping program. I sold outside the global shipping program. And that now with returns with eBay, if you're gonna pay return from an international order, it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg and stuff like that. So I don't even deal with international no more. I wasn't doing a whole lot international, so there's no need for me to use them. I picked this up for $5 from the thrift store, $49.99. It was behind the counter, brand new, no problem flipping that. This is the other part to the dog training collar. So this is the collar part. Needs a battery. This is another item that it got returned. I sold it to the guy for $5. Then he told me that the battery didn't fit into the cradle, the battery charger. I knew he was lying. He was just buyer's remorse. I told him send it back, and then I put up to $60. And it sold with no problem, and I got positive feedback behind it. Sometimes you're going to get that. People are going to return items and everything. I don't worry about it. I know the value of the stuff, and that's why I don't pay a lot for stuff either. This, every now and then, oh man, you knock it out the ballpark. And that's why I consider this to be for me. I sold it untested because I didn't. It's a ham radio. I didn't know what it was when I first seen it in the thrift store. The thrift store I was in had bad reception in the back of the store, so I had to get on the phone with my wife, ask her to look it up, and she told me how much they sold for, $1,300, and so I went and brought it. I paid $25 for it, and I was able to flip it the same day for $900. Got positive feedback on it. Had to pack the mess out of it, make sure it got there safely, and I think with all my fees, the shipping and everything, I walked away with $750. So that was a great payday. Massager. I think I paid for this massager right here, I paid $15 for it, and I didn't know at the time. I knew it was stuck in one speed, which was a high speed, and so I got home. I got on YouTube. I put in the information I have in the title. Videos pop up. Usually somebody had issues with theirs, and they show you how they go in there and take it apart and everything like that. And so I had to fix the switch cover that moves the switch. It moved the switch forward, but there's a piece of plastic missing that moves the switch back. And so I had to doctor on it and super glue in a piece and everything like that with that Gorilla Glue. And be careful not to get glue over everything. And fixed it well, and it worked perfectly. Sold for $84.99. Sometimes I do that. I go in there and tinker with stuff, fix it if I can fix it, or I'll sell it as is for parts and repair. This is one I picked up in the thrift store where I got the $900 item I showed you a little while ago, the ham radio. The same day from the same thrift store, I bought this for $10. It was behind the counter in the glass case. And I knew when I seen it, I said, "Give me that," and sold it for $159, no problem. So anyhow, that's basically what I like doing is messing with electronics and stuff like that, and I have a great success with them and stuff like that. And but hey, if you're gonna mess with electronics, just remember a few things. Make sure you test the item if you can while you're in the store. If it powers on, then that's half the battle. If the price is low and it sounds good and you can't fully test it, go in and get the item. Then once you get it home, and if you can do further testing, then do it. Make sure you have batteries on hand. I have a thing full of different power adapters, different cables, and everything to be able to test various electronics. Okay, it's Texas Sold here. I'll see y'all on the next video. Take care.